Join Linwood Jackson every Sunday from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. for the all-new Linwood Jackson Radio Show on WFAI 1510 AM. Every Sunday, Linwood will tackle the issues close to your heart, from civil rights and politics to community affairs around the first state and the nation. Linwood speaks on the issues facing citizens in our area on a weekly basis, but his show is so much more. Linwood will talk about his passions, such as dancing and traveling the world and helping people broaden their horizons while embracing different cultures. That's the Linwood Jackson Radio Show, every Sunday from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. on the all-new WFAI 1510 AM.
Stand up. It's time we stand up. For our ladies, it's time we stand up. For our ladies. Brothers, it's a tribute to the ladies. Listen. Brothers, I got an idea. And it's something that's way overdue. It's time we stand up and give our ladies the love they deserve from me and you. The time for us to do it. The time for us to do it is right here and right now. Right now. So get on out your seats and stand up and stand up and sing along with me. I want you to stand up.
Well, hello, and thanks for joining me today. You're listening to the Linwood Jackson Radio Show on WFAI 1510 AM. I'm your host, Linwood Jackson, and I'm going to ask you, as always, right off the bat, to get your pens and pencils ready, because I know you're going to want to take some relevant information that we're going to be putting out today. And the first thing I'm going to give you is the phone number to call in case you have any questions or comments for me or my guest. That's area code 302-777-1510. Or you can look us up on the internet. You can listen to us on the internet at www.wfai.com. And catch us on the internet if you can't get us on your radio dial. Remember, communications and dialogues are essential components to empowerment. No voice is special until it is heard. The lines are open. Again, the number is 777-1510. If you have any questions, comments, and concerns with regards to our guest, and our guest today is MJ Livingston. She'll be coming on shortly to give you some good advice to get your financial business in order. All right, this is Valentine's Day weekend, and I know a lot of you guys are celebrating still Valentine's Day, and rightly so. You know, we should be celebrating Valentine's Day all year long, and that's why we started the show off today with a song tribute to the ladies by Mr. Skip Bortley Jr., celebrating the ladies in your life, in our lives, and I know you guys believe me when I say we should be celebrating our ladies all year long, treating them with dignity, respect, giving them roses and flowers like every day of life. After all, don't they deserve it? I know they do, and you know they do too. They gave birth to us. They raised us. They're our first teachers. And then we grow up and we marry these ladies, or our ladies. We love them. They love us and give us warm homes and stuff. And we need to respect that and cherish that moment every day of our lives. So go and give your lady a hug right now, guys. Man up. Celebrate Valentine's Day every day. And this is also African American History Month. Now, wouldn't it be nice if we could teach our kids love and respect and peace African American History Month? Because, again, we want to celebrate African American History Month all year long as well. We want to teach our kids their history during African American History Month and other months, because the struggles gained to access full rights as American citizens, you know, many have a distorted image of the progression of African Americans, assuming that civil rights struggles are a thing of the past. Today, there's a new generation of second-class citizenship going on out there. They develop a classification associated with those who hold criminal records. And the biggest barrier that they face is the ability to vote, to get a job, to find housing after being released from prison. And you know as well as I do, we need to promote education over incarceration, because we cannot continue to support system that continues to disproportionately affect the African American and poor communities. Mass incarceration has diminished the gains that we accomplished during all those years of the civil rights movement and has expanded second-class citizenship to millions of people confined to prisons as criminals, ex-offenders, and convicts. I know you guys been keeping up with the news here lately. Down in Florida, we have this, although Michael Dunn was found guilty of lesser charges of attempted murder, which is going to cost him around 60 years. And by the way, and for a 50-some-year-old man, that amounts to a life sentence right there. So, that's one thing. But there was a mistrial on the most significant count of first-degree murder. And now I think, and a lot of people across this country think that that's just outrageous. Once again, we got a black man has made the target of a horribly violent act, and his killer was able to hide behind one of Florida's most dangerous laws for black men, the stand your ground or shoot first laws. This is clearly a continuation of an injustice that we saw with here recently with the Trayvon Martin, for example. And it only stop if we stand up and fight this and stop it. We have to stand up, take action, and because this miscarriage of justice that we are witnessing throughout the country, and with the Zimmerman case and now with this Dunn case, it just got to end. We can't just sit back here and watch this the atrocities taking place on our kids any longer. So, unless we eradicate and stand your ground law, which exists in somewhere around 30 states in this country, by the way, to include Delaware, our own, we will have and continue to have more black men killed and more senseless killings. So, we're going to ask you again, as always, to call your elected officials and let them know that you're not going to stand for it no more. You want them to do something about it, to take a leadership role in dismantling these bad laws. We got some good laws, we got some bad laws, and that's the great thing about being in America is that we have the ability to change. We have the ability to vote these guys out who are not representing us and supporting what us and our livelihoods. These politicians come out all year. They speak all the time. They want to get out there on radios and TV shows and newspapers and stuff and talk. It seems like nothing's getting done, though. And until we stand up and with our vote, then and make them do something, and say, hey, this is what we want. Let them know this is what we want, and we stand collectively, then we'll get it done. When they come around for your votes during political time, like this year is political season, they're going to be coming around wanting your vote. You're going to say, well, where do you stand on these laws here that's killing our kids and that's not helping our society grow overall? So I think it's time to end the so-called stand your ground law and other such laws that undermine the public safety, senselessly putting people at risk and enabling the kind of tragedy that we've witnessed in the cases of Trayvon Martin and this other young man down here in Florida. We should undo these dangerous laws right now. Now, we all know that if these roles were reversed, we would see the law changed immediately. Can you imagine a black man stalking and shooting white teens, talking about he was playing his music too loud or it looked like he had a gun or whatever? The laws would have been changed overnight. Believe that. So, please join us in sending a message to elected officials across this country to change these laws that are detrimentally affecting our kids and our communities. I'm talking about killing black kids today and the right to life, gun laws. Right now in our city today at 2:30, there's a movie out about award-winning filmmaker Ken Burns put out the Central Park 5. Now, this tells the story of 5 black and Latino teenagers from Harlem who were wrongly convicted of raping a white woman in New York City's Central Park in 1989. The film chronicles the Central Park jogger case for the first time from the perspective of these 5 teenagers whose lives were upended by this miscarriage of justice. You're going to have one of the speakers who's going to be there is one of the Central 5, Yusuf Salam. He was one of the Central 5, and he will visit Rowan to do a special question and answer with students. So invite your friends and your fellow students in what is sure to be an unforgettable event. at Rowan University. If you're in the Glassboro, New Jersey area, you want to go on down there. It's 201 Musselin Hill Road in Glasgow, New Jersey. That's going on at 2:30 today. If you're in that area, stop by and see that great movie and talk to these one of the young men who was wrongly convicted. This man served 6.5 years as a juvenile. He was convicted for first-degree rape and robbery and sentenced to 15 years in life. And before he did 6.5 before they figured out he wasn't the one, as along with the other 4 youngsters who was convicted as well, each serving anywhere from 5.5 to 11 years in prison. And it's just another assault on our black men in general that we're talking about during the opening of this show. So, and there's plenty more, but we can't get nothing done unless you get out there and make it change. Also, February 21st at 6 p.m. at the Delaware Theater Company, 200 West Water Street. Now, this is in Wilmington, Delaware. If you're in the area, there's going to be a reception for the members of the stage play, The Exonerated. They're going to be hosting a reception at the Delaware Theater Company in conjunction with the performance of the play, which shares the stories of death row exonerees. Again, now these are the bunch of people put on death row for crimes they didn't commit, and a lot of them were killed. Actually, a lot of them are exonerated, and that's what they're highlighting here. They're going to have a reception after the play. It begins at 6 p.m. And they're going to have hors d'oeuvres will be served. If you want to get tickets for that play, you can visit DelawareTheaterCompany.org and give them the promo code WTI for the promo code, and the Delaware Theater Company will donate to the Witness to Innocence. Also, there's going to be a roundtable discussion. Limestone Presbyterian Church at 3201 Limestone Road in Wilmington, Delaware. You can join, again, death row exonerees and for a roundtable discussion on the fallibility of our justice system and hear their stories on how innocent individuals can be sentenced to die. Another law that we feel needs to be changed is killing disproportionately killing African Americans and others. And it just needs to be changed because we're talking about saving lives, living life to its fullest. I'm getting ready to take a break, and when I come back, I'm going to have my guest come in here, and she's going to talk about how to live life better, your life to the fullest, by bringing you some more money into your life. We all know it's tax time to get your taxes prepared, so I'm looking forward to speaking to Miss Marcella J. Livingston, who is a financial coach, and on and on and on. But we're going to bring her in after break and let you guys talk to her. So if you got any questions with regards to your money health, and give us a call at 777-1510. Right now, the lines are open. Or if you want to talk about what we opened with, Valentine's Day and treating our ladies with respect, love, peace, and happiness all year long, educating our kids instead of incarcerating our kids, African American history all year long, then give us a call and we'll talk about it. 777-1510, Linwood Jackson Radio Show. I'm Linwood Jackson, your host, and we're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back shortly.
Hi, I'm Anaya Brown, and you're listening to the Linwood Jackson Radio Show on WFAI 1510 AM. We'll be right back after these messages.
Stand up. Let's give our ladies a standing ovation. Lord knows they sure deserve it. Yes, we do. After all we put them through, we all got mothers, and maybe a sister and daughter and grandmother too. Aunts, nieces, and cousins, these ladies all look up to me and you. I just think that we should do this and show them we appreciate the love they give to me and you. I want you to stand up. Get on up. Let's give our ladies a standing ovation.
All right, guys, we're back. Again, it's tax time to get your taxes prepared. So I have in the studio today with me a lady who is well prepared to help us in that direction, Miss Marcella Livingston. She is a financial coach, consultant, and educator. She is the author of 10 Commandments of Financial Awareness. MJ, as she is affectionately known, helps individuals, churches, and organizations to improve, restore, and empower their life through financial education. She will empower you to make smarter financial decisions so you can have a financial security, well-being, and peace of mind for you and your family. MJ, how you doing today? Come on in here.
I am great, Linwood. How are you? Thank you to the listening audience. My name is MJ. I get MJ from my initials, Marcella Joanne. Livingston is my last name. Thank you again, Linwood, for having me on your show today as a first-time guest. Thank you for having me on the Linwood Jackson Radio Show. I really appreciate your commitment to giving good information to the community.
No problem, MJ. Thanks for coming. You know, we worked together a couple times in the past, and you always give out great advice. It's just a pleasure having you join us today, taking time out of your busy schedule. You know, it's cold out there too, MJ. I was dug in and warm. It took a lot for me to get up and get into the studio today, but I knew you was coming in, so I knew you had the same issues with that cold weather. But you came in anyhow to share some of your knowledge with us. What did you want to share with us today?
Today, we're going to discuss financial literacy. I am a financial literacy educator, expert, and consultant. I coach people and teach people how to manage their finances, how to save money, how to just have a financially healthy lifestyle.
Well, that's good. I appreciate that. Now, tell us right off the bat, what is financial literacy?
Financial literacy, I'm glad that you asked that question, Linwood, because a lot of people don't understand what financial literacy is or the need for financial literacy. But financial literacy is basically an understanding of personal finance and the ability to use that understanding to benefit your economic condition. So, in a nutshell, financial literacy is just educating yourself about finances, personal finances, so that you can be in a better position.
All right. And I know, we need that in our community big time. They don't teach that in school. They teach us how to work for other people, but they don't teach us how to manage our money. So another reason why we're glad you're in here. So why is it important? And tell us why it's important for us to, manage our money.
It's important for us to manage our money simply because everything that we do in this world revolves around money. Money is a necessity. Now, for those who are listening who are of the faith, we know that the love of money is the root of all evil. But money is a necessity, and so that's why we need to educate ourselves about money so that we can learn to be good stewards over our money so that we have the ability to maneuver in this world in a way where we can benefit ourselves and our family economically.
I know that's right. And besides that, I like to eat for sure. And I know you guys do too. And we need money because they're not taking faith. They taking, I went up there and tried to get a chicken wing the other day. Anyhow, so we also know that it's important, when we're working, we're out there working. And if we spend our money like crazy, it messes up our credit report. And we know that, tell us the importance of a good credit report in this purpose.
Okay, the importance of a good credit standing is so that when it's time to acquire a service or a financial product, most creditors or financial institutions, they look at what is called your credit report. And also a number on your credit report, which is called the credit score. But I wanted to back up a little bit before we get into credit and talk more generally about some financial literacy. Financial literacy deficiencies are avid amongst the community. African American, Latino, and Caucasians. And when we don't educate ourselves, we continue to perpetuate this cycle.
That's right.
So people who have financial literacy deficiencies often find it hard to manage money and to save for long-term personal goals such as buying a house or retiring, which leads us to needing good credit or a good credit score. So increasing your financial literacy is the first step toward improving your financial condition.
Right, your financial standing. You got to have a good credit. In other words, you have to spend your money wisely. You don't want to spend more than you don't have. If you only got $5, how you going to spend $10? Or you want to save some of that and stay within your means, I suppose. But so that's the financial literacy part, understanding the finances, and what else goes along with that?
Yeah, I just wanted to throw out a couple of financial literacy statistics. Do you know that the rate of personal bankruptcy in the United States rose by 69% from 1990 to 2000? And so now we're fast forward 14 years later. So if you do the research, more and more people are filing for bankruptcy. And you will be surprised to find out that the age group for people who are filing bankruptcy, the largest group, are actually young people between the ages of 21 and 24. I'm sorry, 18 and 24.
18 to 24.
That's correct.
And because I suppose they don't know how to spend their money or manage their money.
That's correct. And going back to the point, Linwood, where you just mentioned that we were not taught in school. In the early 1900s, financial literacy, personal finances, money management was part of the curriculum. Nowadays, it's not. Some schools are starting to reinstitute that, but that's why I really believe that all schools, public, private schools, should have a curriculum that teaches our students about money. Our students are graduating from high school and college in debt. We go to college to get a job so that we can have a successful life. But what ends up happening is most students go to college, they acquire student loans, credit cards. That's where they rack up most of their debt. Being seduced sometimes and willingly into credit cards, applying for credit cards, and not knowing how to be responsible with the credit cards. They rack up debt, and when they graduate and it's time to purchase a home, purchase a condominium, buy a car, they're unable to do this because they've already racked up debt and their credit is poor.
Absolutely. It's a crying shame. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Education over incarceration. When we mean incarceration, we don't just mean the bars and the prisons. We mean incarcerating your mind and your living standards as well. Some people are locked where they are because they can't afford to leave where they're at because they have their financial situation in chaos or whatever and can't get a grip. So I guess that's why you wrote the book, 10 Commandments of Financial Awareness.
That's correct, Linwood. Thank you for mentioning the book, 10 Commandments of Financial Awareness. You can get that at Amazon.com, or you can go to my website, mjmoneycoach.com, mjmoneycoach.com. Yes, the book is called 10 Commandments of Financial Awareness. And this book is not a book written for scholars. This wasn't a book written to be put in academia, but the book was simply written because a lot of people lack a basic financial understanding. So I simply wrote a book that gives you 10 principles to have the start to a great financial foundation, and then you can learn from there.
Well, I tell you what, I got my book a while back, and I've read it. It is a quick read. Like you said, is you don't have to be a scholar. But and I got mine autographed too. MJ went on and autographed it for me, and I zapped right through it. And I recommend this book on your coffee table.
Yes.
It should be sitting on your coffee table so your young children can see it.
That's right.
You can teach them right there, sitting right there. What's that? That's 10 Commandments of Financial Awareness, and pick it up, and you can go through MJ's recommendations and teach them right off the bat into their teens and into their adulthood, how to manage their money and do better than basically doing better than what we did, because as we said earlier, they didn't teach us this in school. So it's up to us to teach our kids what's going on. We're coming up on a quick break, but when we come back, I want MJ to tell us about, some of the individuals that she's worked with, the churches and organizations that she helped improve to restore their and empower them through their financial education as well. So I hope you guys are getting a lot of information out today. I'm telling you, if you got any questions for us, you can call right now, 777-1510. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and shoot into a break real quick. And
I am MJ Livingston, and you're listening to the Linwood Jackson Radio Show on WFAI 1510 AM. We'll be right back.
The time for us to do it. The time for us to do it is right here and right now. Right now. So get on out your seat and stand up and sing along with me. I said I want you to stand up, stand up. Get on up. Let's give our ladies a standing ovation. Let's give our ladies standing ovations. Ladies like Michelle Obama, and ladies like Oprah Winfrey, ladies like Aretha Franklin, and ladies like Maxine Waters, and ladies like Maya Angelou. Miss Ruby D, and ladies like Deborah Lee, and ladies like Queen Latifah, and ladies like Nikki Giovanni.
all right, guys, we're back. I want to give you a quick shout out and put out the events today at from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at Pleasant Hill Lanes. That's 1001 West Newport Pike in Wilmington, Delaware. If you're in the area, please stop by there. They're having a peace, love, and bowling. Bowling is for fun event that raises awareness and educates the public about teen dating and violence. Teen dating violence, another issue that we need to address in our community. I'm telling you, we got to put a grip on this. We got to talk about it, get it done. This event features team bowling, prizes, a costume contest, photos, fun and educational games, a bake sale, and free pizza. That's right, I said free pizza. Go on over there and support them. The proceeds benefit the Delaware Coalition Against Domestic Violence. They're giving prevention and awareness efforts, so we definitely want to support that. That's a teen dating violence over at the Delaware Coalition Against Domestic Violence. Go there, be a guest, create your own team, and or donate, especially donate. $1, $5, or even more is greatly appreciated. It all counts and adds up to stopping this violence and bringing on the peace, the love. This is Valentine's Day weekend. Again, it's also African American History Month, and one thing we need to promote in our community, and not only through this month but all year, is peace, love. And we're going to do that tonight from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock with the Peace, Love, and Bowling event. You can get on their Facebook page, or you can learn more about it at the Delaware Coalition Against Domestic Violence website at www.dcadv.org. Also, I want to throw a shout out to the Garfield Park Lending Library. That's at 26 Carlin Drive in Newcastle, Delaware. They're having an event. It's Saturday, was yesterday, but it's all year. Getting our kids into that library is just a must. And we want to make sure that our African Americans learn about the impact that the world of comics and movies and sci-fi, fantasy, and reading has to offer by going to the Garfield Park Lending Library. I want you guys to support that as well. Take your kids out there. We've been talking to my guest today, MJ Livingston, who is the author of the book 10 Commandments of Financial Awareness. She is a financial coach, consultant, and educator. And she was just reading before we went off a break. She was just giving us some tips and pointers that you can use and I can use to help manage our money better in our community. 10 Commandments of Financial Awareness. MJ?
Talking about the book again. The book is only 66 pages. For those who understand what the significance of 66 is, there are 66 chapters in the Bible. Hence, that's where I got the title 10 Commandments of Financial Awareness. And it's an easy read. And Linwood was talking about before the break how you can have it on your coffee table so that your child, your youth, your young adult can pick up the book and read it and also gain as much understanding as yourself.
You know what, MJ, I find that the best way that I learn is by helping other people and reading to other people, especially our kids. I remember when I was raising mine, the two that were in my home, actually, we read every day.
Wonderful.
Every day. They got to, at first they didn't want to. When they were younger, and as they got older, next thing I know, they ask me, I'm asleep, I don't want to read. I'm tired today from working hard, and they get waking you up. Hey, what's going on? Time to read. You know what I mean? That's how you know you're making an impact. So you're absolutely right. Keeping books aware in our children's presence is just an absolute must. Matter of fact, I advocate reading to our kids while they're in the womb before they're even born.
That's right, Linwood.
To be honest with you, they come out reading, you'd be surprised. But anyhow, this is tax season, and we want to touch on our taxes a little bit. What's going on with anything new in the tax world, MJ?
Anything new in the tax world?
Yeah.
What's new is how we need to take advantage of our tax refund if you're entitled to a refund this year. Having the opportunity to get a lump sum of money, a windfall every year, is a great opportunity to take this money to do something with it that you can look back and say, wow, I didn't just blow this money. I can show where this money went. And I just want to give you some suggestions, some tips to use your tax refund in an effective way.
All right. Now, you are a financial coach and consultant. How long have you been in the business?
I have been in the business for over 15 years. I don't want to tell my age because a lady never tells her age.
Believe me, ladies and gentlemen, she is gorgeous, not only physically, but her mental spirit is just as fabulous as well.
Thank you.
But over 15 years in administration in the financial services industry. Tell us, if you don't mind, some of the places you've worked.
Some of the places I've worked include H&R Block, the State of Delaware Division of Revenue. I have also worked for Allstate Insurance Company, Morgan Stanley when it was Morgan Stanley Dean Witter. And so I have a breadth of knowledge when it comes to just finances overall, from, knowing about investments to knowing about insurance and how to protect yourself and your family through being insured. And also I worked at Discover Bank, learning about the credit card business, how to manage your money effectively, and or manage your credit cards in a way where it can benefit you, increase your credit score, and thereby giving you increased purchasing power.
Do you have your own company?
Yes, I have my own company. I started Covenant Financial LLC. I started Covenant back in 2006. So I have been in the business for quite some time. I believe in owning your own business, and I believe that there are a lot of talents and abilities that we have in the community of faith that we need to actually, trust God on and take those talents, abilities, and gifts that He has given us and do some research first, do a business plan, and then launch out and start your own business.
All right now, and she didn't say, but I will, that she also has a Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration from Bennett College. She's also a certified personal financial counselor. She's worked with, served as treasurer for Merrill candidate, the treasurer for Canaan Business Network, and she's a member of the National Association for Professional Women as well. Miss Livingston, you got it going on.
Thank you, Linwood.
For a young lady, they're not bad. Now, do you do workshops and training?
Yes, I do workshops and training. You can call me. You can go to the website, mjmoneycoach.com, or give me a call at 302-333-3403. There's a lot of threes in there. Again, it's 302-333-3403. And I do want to give a shout out to my Bennett Bells in the area. I did go to Bennett College in Greensboro, North Carolina, and I am a Bennett Bell.
The Bennett Bells. Go ahead now. So what do you do in your training and workshops and exactly? Can you touch on that a little bit?
Sure. I help nonprofit organizations, churches, shelters, to just give their people or their community, their congregation, information to benefit them. I can tailor the workshop based on your needs. If you want to teach your congregation how to manage their finances as it relates to the Word of God, I'm available to do that. If you just want to teach your people in your organization a management on budgeting, which I call a spending plan, I can do that. If you just want a workshop that covers generally all areas of personal finances, I'm available to do that. So pretty much the workshops are tailor-made, and I am available to do that. Again, if you go to my website, mjmoneycoach.com, you can find information on the website to contact me.
All right, and you do individual counseling and coaching?
Yes.
So
I do a lot of individual counseling. My office is located. Yes.
Meaning one-on-one counseling.
Individual counseling, yes, okay. One-on-one counseling. My office is located at 605 North Market Street here in Wilmington, downtown Wilmington. You can call me again. You can contact me to arrange a one-on-one individual counseling session with myself. The sessions typically run about an hour, and we start off by first and foremost doing a spending plan on you, which is your map. If you don't have a spending plan, meaning a plan of spending your money, then there is no way you can effectively move toward your financial goals. So we start off with the spending plan. We go over what your financial goals are, and we mandate savings. We talk about these types of things and any other financial problems that you may have, old debts that you may have that creditors may keep, want to try to keep on your credit report, even though legally it should fall off. Any issues that you may have with student loans, anything that you have, that's what we talk about in the sessions. Again, the sessions run an hour. And right now, my hourly fee for the session is $25 per hour. And you can meet with me as long as you would like to meet with me, or as little. But again, those counseling sessions are by appointment. I am booked until the end of March, but you can certainly give me a call and I can schedule an individual counseling session for you at that time, or have my assistant do so.
Okay, so you have assistants that work with you?
Yes, I do have assistants that can just pretty much take your information, set up an appointment, and answer any general questions you may have.
Okay, so they're not like giving out coaching or anything like you are. You're the only one doing that.
That's correct.
And that's why I suppose you're booked up until March.
That's correct.
And how do you determine your fee? You're saying $25 an hour. Now, that I know, like, if you're working with a client like me, I'm going to be pretty difficult. And you might want to charge more, but that's standard all across the board?
It is. I used to charge differently, but I see that a lot of people are having a lot of trouble because of our economic condition across the country. So it's becoming harder for people to manage their finances and even have any money to, put out to fix their financial situation. I understand it's a small amount of money, but again, I am not in the financial industry to just
hurt people.
Make money.
You're in it to help people.
Yeah, exactly.
And
It's a ministry for me, so I'm reasonable. Now, there are other things that I do. Companies, organizations, nonprofits. They're charged a little bit more, between $50 and $250 an hour. So, I get my money more so by doing conferences, larger conferences and workshops and things of that nature.
I got you. Now, I was looking on your website, and I saw a picture of you with our governor, Jack Markell. What's going on with that, real quick, if you don't mind?
That's right. Yes.
How'd that happen?
How that happened. The Honorable Governor Markell is the founder of the Delaware Money School, and I used to be a volunteer for that organization. And so that's how I met Jack Markell, and also the director, Ronnie Cohen. So we did some work together, and I always had shared the same passion as the governor. And so, we've just kind of stayed in touch over the years, and he realized that I was writing a book, 10 Commandments of Financial Awareness, and he, liked the information that's in the book. And so hence we were together one day during the campaign, and we just took a picture together. So that's why you'll see the picture of I and the Governor Markell on my website, mjmoneycoach.com.
mjmoneycoach.com. And, financial coach, consultant, MJ, it might be a little personal question or whatever, but what made you decide to get into that business? Is there a story behind that?
There's definitely a story behind that. Wow.
How did you get involved in coaching and teaching finances?
I got involved looking at the plight of our people. I grew up with a mother who was a hard worker. She had very good jobs, but she was still unable to move in this world economically. Why? Because of the credit standing, the credit scoring. So I have a term that I use: cash is king, but credit is queen.
That's right.
She may have been able to produce cash, but her credit was poor. And I found that throughout the community, that a lot of the adults that raised us did not have an understanding of money. They weren't taught, so they weren't able to teach us. And so that legacy of, just the reoccurring vicious cycle of, poverty and just the lack of education is what inspired me. I seen that throughout the community, us not being able to climb higher. And so through college, it was something that just stuck with me. And I majored in business. And at one point in time, I wanted to be a financial advisor. But God allowed me to
look like you're a financial advisor now. To me,
financial educator. It's a difference. A financial advisor sells stocks and securities and things of that nature. So I found my niche. God allowed me to find my niche was our people don't have any money to invest. So how am I going to come to our people and say, would you like to invest some money when they don't have any credit? They don't have any money saved up. So that's where God enabled me to take a step back before investing, before you send somebody over to an investor, help them manage their money so that they can save their money and so that they can work toward their financial goals, get their credit together. I do credit repair, credit restoration, which is very important during the individual counseling sessions as well. So that's why I'm booked up. So many people want to have their credit restored. And that's what I help you do. Restore your credit life, your financial life, so that you can fulfill your financial goals, home ownership, having a car for yourself, transportation, which are some basic needs that we all need.
Well, you obviously found your purpose, and I tell you what, it's nothing like finding your purpose. You do it for free. When you find some work that you don't mind doing, you do it every day just anyway, and that's where you find you make your most money at, doing stuff that you love. I love doing what I do. Next thing you know, I'm doing it so well because I love doing it, getting up, whatever makes you get up in the morning, get out there and help somebody, basically, and then the money just starts coming in. You find yourself financially secure, your purpose.
That's right.
The being just come together. So tell me, do you prepare taxes as well?
I do prepare taxes. You can contact me at 333-3403 again to schedule an appointment to have your taxes prepared. I wanted to go back to that because we were talking about the taxes, tax time. And I just want to talk about, I want you all in the faith community to think about, how are you spending your tax refund? You have to spend your tax refund in a way that's going to be effective for you. So that's what I do. You can give me a call and I can give you some suggestions, some individual counseling on how to effectively spend your tax refund. It's an opportunity to take advantage of catching up on your household expenses, making sure that your rent is current, that your mortgage is current, that your electric is current, your utilities, your cable bill is current, all of your basic needs, your water and things of that nature, so that you won't be in a situation where you're living paycheck to paycheck, robbing Peter to pay Paul. Okay, so that's a good and a great opportunity, an excellent opportunity to catch up on your household expenses. Also, any debt that you may have on your credit that you've been carrying for a while, it's an opportunity to pay off any debt. It's also an opportunity to invest. You can go to any investment company, and some companies you can invest for as little as $50. You can open an IRA. You can go to contact your bank and they'll be happy to tell you how to open an IRA. Again, see, I don't sell any products besides the book. I'm an educator, so that I won't get caught up in the cycle where I'm trying to push a product on you. So you can go anywhere and contact your financial institution that you're used to dealing with, so that you can get into some financial products that are going to benefit you, not just now, but in the future.
All right, I know that's right. And one great financial investment purchase we can make is getting your book, The 10 Commandments of Financial Awareness. Where can we purchase that? Amazon.com?
You can go to Amazon.com. You can go to Barnes & Nobles. It's available at Barnes & Nobles.
Okay, is it
the
available?
9th Street Bookstore.
Is it available in ebook?
Yes. Also, thank you for bringing that up, Linwood. For you techies, people who have iPads, Kindles, even your telephone, you can download the ebook. The ebook is only $2.99.
$2.99.
So, yes, just go to my website, mjmoneycoach.com, and there you will see the list of different ebook providers that I deal with, where you can get the book.
You trying to tell me I can get this book, 10 Commandments of Financial Awareness, for $2.99, the price of a hot dog?
That's correct.
I bought a slice of pizza for $8, and that's no joke, guys. I went to the Spectrum. I shouldn't have said that, but for real. And I ordered a slice of pizza, and the guy said $8.
Wow.
I was hungry. So I went on and got it. But for
the
price,
for less than the slice of a pizza,
you can get your financial life in order. Get this coffee table book. It's a quick read, guys. Educate your kids as well as yourself. And what is the price of the hard copy of the book?
The hard copy is $10. I mean, it's amazing how, the faith community should be the leaders when it comes to finances. God teaches us in the Word of God that we should be the lenders, not the borrowers. I can go on and on and on. Good stewards, be like the ants who saved up right? And so when the time came where they were in need, they had what they needed to have. So again, the book is $10. You can get it from Amazon.com, Barnes & Nobles, the 9th Street Bookstore, $2.99. This is a small investment for something that is going to benefit you for the rest of your life, and not just you, but your children and your children's children. Okay, so you can go to Barnes & Nobles, Amazon.com, Kobo, Copia, and all of these places you can purchase the ebook. $2.99, $25 for an individual counseling session. Some people really don't understand just how much that is going to do for them, and how effective one individual counseling session can benefit them.
All right. Now, are you on social media any? Do you do the Facebooks, the Twitters?
Yes, you have to be on the social media. I'm on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. So you can contact me through any of those social mediums, and I'll be happy to answer your questions or any concerns that you may have. Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn.
All right. Now, basically, we can just Google MJ Livingston, and Money Coach Financial Consultant is out there for your financial needs. She just shared a great story with you guys. A lot of material and a little bit of time. MJ, we're coming to a close of this hour. We definitely need to spend more time with you. You got to come back and do this again.
I sure will. Thank you for inviting me.
You get some updates. Just let us know what's going on. You want to come on out here and share this relevant information. That we certainly want to push it out there. We appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule. MJ Livingston, author of 10 Commandments of Financial Awareness. Make your appointment and get in there for $25 an hour, and she will. But you got to get in there early because she's booked up through March. MJMoneyCoach.com. She's located 605 North Market Street, Wilmington, Delaware, and her phone number 333-3403. MJ, one thing I gotta say, you like numbers. The 10 Commandments, the 6s, the
I love
3s,
numbers.
They working for you.
And 3 represents the divinity. So, yes, I love numbers.
I know that's right. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give a quick shout out and some more events going on out in the community. I'm heading over to Celebrations on Market. It's now open for dining on Sundays. They open at 2. And live music to suit your entire family starts at 3. Entrees are only $15, which includes endless soup, salad, and dessert. There is no entertainment fee. This week's entertainment is featuring vocalist Charles Jackson and percussionist Ricardo Morales, and guitarist and my main man, Mr. Richard Tucker, who we got booked on the show, but we'll be talking to him on the show one of these days. So get on out there and relax and be entertained while you dine. The jazz entertainment from 3 to 5. Celebrations is located 340 South Market Street in Wilmington, Delaware. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been listening to the Linwood Jackson Radio Show, where we are committed to giving good information, inspirational content each and every Sunday, 2 to 3. You can become a Facebook fan of mine. You share my page with your friends, tweet us on Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at C. Linwood Jackson. And as we get ready to go, let me say thank you again for listening. I want to thank you for spending your time with us. Your time is valuable, and you can't get it back. You could have been anywhere, and the fact that you spent it with us means the world to me. So thank you. Have a great day. Right. Take care. And remember, at no time do we condone wrongness on either side of the wall. Remember, if you can dance, you can walk. If you can walk, you can dance, because life is a dance. You learn as you go. Sometimes you lead, sometimes you follow. Don't worry about what you don't know. Life's a dance. You learn as you go. Ladies, meet me on the dance floor. Guys, beat me there. Enjoy your Valentine's Day weekend. Enjoy your African American History Month.
Stand up. It's time we stand up. For our ladies, it's time we stand up. For our ladies, brothers, it's a tribute to the ladies. Listen, brothers, I got an idea, and it's something that's way overdue. It's time we stand up and give our ladies the love that they deserve from me.